The flat closing stretch is made for them, and they'll do their all to set up a bump. Finish.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you. The middle of the stage is difficult on the legs because of the several short climbs. Getting into the early breakaway could be useful for the mountain jersey. Have a good day, guys. Wearing the jersey implies certain responsibilities. Team members must ensure the tempo of the race, and they, therefore, tire more. That is why it is sometimes better not to take the overall lead too early in order to avoid tiring one's team. You're the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway.
The riders are now at the first classified climb of the day. This stage offers no less than 7.
You are 2 kilometers from the top. Here's the positions over the last climb.
The riders are beginning the ascent of the second difficulty of the day, the Col du Pilon. It's the longest climb of the day. Classified as second category, the ascent earns 5 points for the first rider, 3 points for the second, 2 points for the third, and 1 point for the fourth.
C'est bien.
Watch out! You're not going to be able to attack for much longer. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. Here's the positions over the last climb. Essentially, you're the fastest of the group in a sprint.
Ranked 4th category, the next King of the Mountains summit will earn 1 point for the rider who's in front at the top.
Well, on flat stages, that's not where you see the most drama. You can accelerate forward if you think that nothing important will happen.
As they pass through the town of Castellan, the riders will take advantage of the feed zone. They'll then climb the Col de Lec, the penultimate difficulty of the day.
You're 2 kilometers from the top. Watch out for him. He's the best puncher in the breakaway. Well done. You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points.
The first 15 in the intermediate sprint score points for the green jersey. The first will pocket 20 extra points.
You've won the intermediate sprint. Well done. At the front, you're the best placed for the green jersey.
Last climb of the day for the front of the race, the Col de l'Orme. Then it will be 40 or so kilometers devoid of any difficulty. The sprinters' teams will take delight in managing the gap with the breakaway.
The peloton is 1 minute 30 behind you.
The peloton is 1 minute away. Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end. Watch out! You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
Less than 20 kilometers left for the group at the front. Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap. All is not lost for the peloton. A sprint finish is still possible.
able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up. From the finish for the men in the lead. They can believe it's possible. Five kilometers before the line. You should be in with a chance of a victory. You can afford to wait until the last moment. You're the fastest in a sprint. You have 30 seconds on the peloton.
The red pennant for the breakaway.
Last kilometer. Don't look back. The peloton is right behind you. If you continue with this race,
let us welcome him warmly. Here's the winner of the East Central stage. Congratulations to him. He managed to maneuver perfectly to snatch this victory. He can savor this moment. He is in sparkling form, and you can clap him loudly. Here is the yellow jersey of this Tour de France. Let's hope for his sake that things go as well in the future. But for now, he can relish the moment. We can say that everything is going well for him at the moment. Here is the green jersey of this Tour de France. He will be able to hang this jersey in his trophy room. Let's hope for him that he can add more. He's amongst the leading riders of this year. Here is the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. Let's hope for his sake that things go as well in the future. But for now, he can relish the moment.
Time to Ossier-Merlet will require them to dig deep, and it will provide us with some signs as to their respective fitness levels.
the peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The gap is decreasing. The peloton has not given up.
The lead group is too large to work well together. It may explode into several pieces.
1.5 minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. In about 15 kilometers, the riders will begin the first climb of the day. But before that, there's the intermediate sprint. He's a complete rider with no real weaknesses. He climbs, rides, and sprints not too bad. Without a doubt, Pierre Rolland is one of the peloton's good climbers, as evidenced by his stage victories at Alpe d'Huez and La Toussuire.
Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack. The breakaway is upping the tempo ahead of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. The gap is widening. No need to panic, guys. There's nobody dangerous for the overall standings.
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. The first rider over the top of this opening pass will pocket 5 points for the mountains classification.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. The gap is widening. No need to panic, guys. There's nobody dangerous for the overall standings.
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. The next difficulty is listed as third category.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton. The gap is growing. Don't worry. They're not well placed in the overall standings.
The next 2 difficulties are ranked as third category. Each will thus earn 2 points and 1 point for the first 2 riders over the summit. Last time checked with a breakaway, 1 minute.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
The breakaway is managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized. This is the last obstacle on the road before the final climb. Tension should be slowly starting to rise among the favourites. We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometres.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us.
If the pace is too fast, I won't insist.
It's a steady climb up to Merlet and classified as first category. The winner scores 10 points towards the best climber classification.
You've got to react straight away, guys. He's taken provisional lead of the overall standings. Five kilometers for the breakaway. With a small climb, a stage victory is going to be complicated.
Breakaway over.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
To react straight away, guys. He's taken provisional lead of the overall standings.
There's only 1 kilometre to go for the men at the front. They'll have to settle it with a sprint.
Come on, stay focused. You'll beat them. Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy ready for an attack.
And avoiding all the pitfalls to win today, here is the winner of the Central Minute stage. Congratulations to him. He really was the strongest. He fully deserves this prestigious victory. We can say that everything is going well for him at the moment. Here is the yellow jersey of this Tour de France. It is a moment that he should not forget and which marks his career. Come on, let's applaud him once more. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honor. Here is the green jersey of this Tour de France. Let's hope for his sake that things go as well in the future. But for now, he can relish the moment. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honors. Here is the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. It is a moment that he should not forget and which marks his career. Come on, let's applaud him once more.
The sprinters' teams will chase down the baroudeurs, who in turn will try to hold them off for as long as possible in order to hope for a win.
When you have a very good sprinter in the team, it makes sense to stick with a breakaway in order to favor a mass sprint and vie for the stage win. Unless, of course, a rider from the team is present in the breakaway.
The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing.
Well, on flat stages, that's not where you see the most drama. You can accelerate forward if you think that nothing important will happen. The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway. Ah, flat stages. Would it upset you guys if I went straight to the finishing line to watch the sprint?
Time difference between the peloton and the breakaway is steady.
The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway. The head of the race is 3 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
The breakaway is losing ground. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb. The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
We're coming to an exposed zone, lads, but there's no worry. Contrary to what we said in the briefing, there's no wind, no risk of borders.
"20 kilometers left and one last climb on the menu. Ranked as a 4th category climb. There will be 1 point for the mountain classification.
Allez les gars, courage!
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
10 kilometers from the finish for the leaders. It's going to be complicated.
"30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
Allez les gars, courage!
Five kilometers for the breakaway. It'll be tight for the stage victory.
Bunched peloton.
Okay, I'll follow any
With less than 3 kilometers to go, the final sprint is taking shape. The lead-out men are in place, and the sprinters will soon move into action.
He's being left behind. It's good news for the overall standings. Watch out. You're not going to be able to keep up this pace for very long. You risk a blow-up. If you continue at this rate, you'll explode.
Let us welcome him warmly. Here's the winner of the Gas stage. Congratulations to him. He really was the strongest. He fully deserves this prestigious victory. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honors. Here is the yellow jersey of this Tour de France. It is a moment that he should not forget and which marks his career. Come on, let's applaud him once more. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honors. Here is the green jersey of this Tour de France. He will be able to hang this jersey in his trophy room. Let's hope for him that he can add more. He's amongst the leading riders of this year. Here is the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. It is a moment that he should not forget and which marks his career. Come on, let's applaud him once more.
This is an outstanding performance. You beat all the favorites. We retain the yellow jersey. It's a perfect day.
Rider will be victorious at the top of the Mont Aiguille. The teams interested in the general classification might not want to burn calories chasing down the early breakaway.
Okay, I'll protect him.
He was itching to have a go. He's already on the attack.
Guys, the beginning of the stage is real easy going, except for those who want to be part of the early breakaway. We'll only get down to the real business inside the final 50 kilometers. Enjoy yourselves. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed. Wearing the jersey implies certain responsibilities. Team members must ensure the tempo of the race, and they, therefore, tire more. That is why it is sometimes better not to take the overall lead too early in order to avoid tiring one's team.
Time gap stabilized. 1.5 minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. The gap is decreasing. The peloton has not given up.
The lead group is too large to work well together. It may explode into several pieces. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable.
The breakaway is 3 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. The feed zone is nearing for the men at the front.
The gap is widening. No need to panic, guys. There's nobody dangerous for the overall standings.
The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable. The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
The breakaway is managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized.
The breakaway will, no doubt, go all the way, lads. But watch out for attacks in the closing kilometers.
We're now into the closing chapter of this stage. It will be uphill all the way to the line. It's a climb by threshold. The riders must go via the Col des Murets and the Col de la Luzette before reaching the Mont. Well, the summit finish of this stage. The Col de la Luzette is a second category climb, but has also been designated as bonus point. Therefore, there will be time bonuses at the top. That might persuade some of the favorites to make a move. Last time checked with the Wait. 1 minute. The summit is in a few kilometers, so it's worth reminding ourselves that the first ride will pocket 5 points for the mountains classification, as well as an 8-second time bonus for the general classification.
King of the mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. His teammates have a handle on things for the overall standings. It will be difficult to increase the gap.
The front riders will go over the top of the Col de la Luzette. They'll then have 5 kilometers of flat and descent before reaching the final ramp towards the finish. There are 10 kilometers left before the finish. kilometres left.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
The red pennant is in sight. Another kilometre of climbing for the front of the race.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
Watch out! You'll soon have no...
Gentlemen, applaud him loudly. Here's the winner of the Town Moving Wild Stage. And all right. Congratulations to him. He managed to maneuver perfectly to snatch this victory. He can savor this moment. He is in sparkling form, and you can clap him loudly. Here is the yellow jersey of this Tour de France. Let's hope for his sake that things go as well in the future. But for now, he can relish the moment. He's amongst the leading riders of this year. Here is the green jersey of this Tour de France. Let's hope for his sake that things go as well in the future. But for now, he can relish the moment. He is in sparkling form, and you can clap him loudly. Here is the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. It is a moment that he should not forget and which marks his career. Come on, let's applaud him once more.